Good afternoon, Matteo. You're in charge at the European Commission on international relationships in the field of energy. What is it exactly that you do, and why are you here today?
Thank you very much, Frank, for having me here today. Indeed, as you said, I work on international relations for the Directorate-General for Energy at the European Commission, and more specifically, international relations with the Mediterranean countries and the MENA region more in general. Of course, a very relevant region in terms of energy engagement and cooperation, and we look forward to engaging also today in the context of the UFM with all of the UFM members and with the UFM Secretariat and the working group secretariats as well.
I heard there was a good meeting this morning that you're also going to include hydrogen in your consideration. Can you tell us a little bit?
Sure, of course. Of course, as you are very much aware, hydrogen is going to be part of the solution of the energy transition in the future. We look forward indeed on engaging also with the UFM memberships and with the UFM institution and the secretariats on hydrogen in the new working group that is going to be shaped on the basis of the working group on gas, which is going to include also emissions abatement and hydrogen. So we want to reflect the state of play, but also look forward to the future to fully integrate hydrogen into the toolkit of the UFM going forward.
Very good. Music to my ears. Matteo, I'm going to give you the opportunity to pick one random question, and then we'll go on and see.
Thank you. Please.
Oh, this is a nice one. Do you have any ideas how we can develop sustainable policies for renewable hydrogen and its derivatives? I mean, what are good policies, and how can we basically advance the agenda?
Sure. I mean, as you said, this is the music also to our ears, because for sustainable, renewable hydrogen, we see ourselves a little bit at the forefront also of this transition and at the forefront of this, we can call it hydrogen revolution as well. Of course, we need a stable regulatory framework. It's very important for investment. From this perspective, in the EU, we are quite advanced on that front. As you're very much aware, we have a regulatory framework for renewable hydrogen that creates a clear framework also for possible hydrogen trade going forward. That is already a clear indication for investors, for the markets, and for the governments of our partner countries on the way to go forward. Of course, we are also engaged with our cooperation instruments. We know already that in our cooperation instruments, we are focusing on the energy transition, we are focusing on renewables, and going forward also on hydrogen in terms of investment support in cooperation with European and international financial institutions. So we are deploying a toolkit that covers both the regulatory framework, that covers the financing in terms of investment, and going forward, we are also going to engage and further make steps on the offtake in terms of supporting the demand for hydrogen, both in the EU and then in partner countries as part of the decarbonization agenda.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the specifics of when you say, investment support? Like, is there like a specific facility and, specifically for the Southern Mediterranean?
Well, for the Southern Mediterranean, we are working together with colleagues from the Directorate-General of Labor on deploying the tools in the context of the European Fund for Sustainable Investment that support investment via leveraging the EU budget to de-risk investments in those sectors, so renewables, hydrogen, and so on. So both in the current and we can also anticipate in the future, we will be focusing clearly on the energy transition as a key area with potential for sustainable growth and investment and industrial opportunities and partnerships between the EU and the southern neighborhood and more broadly with the MENA region. So I would say NDICI, indeed, the Neighborhood Development and Investment Cooperation Instrument, and also of course, within the context of NDICI, the European Fund for Sustainable Development Plus is the key tool for supporting and de-risking these investments in facilitating also financing. We know that there are key bottlenecks in this sector that also are linked to the perceived risks. So de-risking is key at this stage.
How do you help de-risking?
Well, we work in close cooperation with the financial institutions, more in particular the European financial institutions. We know that EIB, the EBRD are very active on the front, and they're very good, of course, in working together with the private sector in the creation of a pipeline of bankable projects on the ground in the countries, be it, ranging from Morocco all the way to Egypt. From the European side, and also more specifically from DG Ener, we are also looking on the political side to create relationships that are also focused on hydrogen. The Green Partnership with Morocco, for example, the Renewable Hydrogen MoU with Egypt. Going forward, we also have in the pipeline another MoU with Tunisia going forward. So this is all going in the direction of supporting the investment, both from the financial perspective and also from the political perspective in engagement with the member countries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.